Hi everyone, I'm back. I told you earlier I was going to run to the dollar store for just a few items, and you know, I always run to all the stores in Leonard, so that would be the Dollar Tree, that would be the Dollar General, and then of course I have to run by Berkshire's to get the groceries. So I did go and I got to Berkshire's and went to the post office, and when I got back the lady didn't give me my change. So I had to go all the way back to Berkshire's, and it delayed me a little bit, but that's okay. I just wanted to jump on here, and I've been talking about doing the splatter screen pumpkin. So I want to do that right now real quick. This is live. I don't know what it's going to turn out like, but I'm going to turn you on to the splatter screen and let y'all watch. Excuse me while I get this set. Okay. Here's the splatter screens. There's 3, and I did spray paint them, and spray paint them on the back too, because it will show through. So go ahead and it takes about 10 minutes to spray each side and let it dry outside. And then, so 3 splatter screens I'm going to use. I'm going to use jute rope. I'm going to use my glue gun, of course, and I've got some picks that I'm going to use on it, and some raffia. So you can just make it, you can decorate it any way you want to, but let's put it together first. So you will need some floral wire first of all. So go ahead and get you some floral wire and get the thinnest ones that you can get. Okay, so we're going to put the splatter screens together, and remember I told you that it's okay if you get the ones that don't have the handle. You can buy these anyway and take these off, and we'll use those, because I noticed a while ago at my Dollar Tree all the ones with a handle was gone, so you have to be there right when their truck comes in order to get the one with a handle. So I'm just gonna, just for practical purposes, I'm just going to say y'all didn't find the ones with a handle, so I'm going to use 2 without and 1 with. So it's going to kind of make the pumpkin like this. And you can, when you're doing this, you look at it and you can see the pumpkin it's going to make. And so you can make it as big as you want, you know, big and fluffy like this. Or you can make it a little smaller. So, but I am putting my pumpkin one with a handle in the middle, because I'm going to probably hang mine instead of setting it up. So if you wanted to set it up, you would turn it this way. You would bend the handle up, and it would be a stand for the pumpkin. Okay. So let me figure out just exactly where I want it. I want this one in the front. So just take some floral wire when you get it like you want it, even. And you're just gonna I'm gonna do it one at a time. That's probably gonna be easier. Just run it through both of them. And it's just to hold it in place. So my floral wire is green. If you can find some other floral wire color, that'd be great. And just take it in the back and just twist it as much as you can twist it. I did get my needle nose pliers out to help me do this, because I do want it tight. We want it to stay on there. It doesn't matter where you run the floral wire, I can't say that. But when you do it, just try to get it as tight as you can. And like I said, it's probably going to be covered up with decorations, so don't worry about it. And I've not done one of these before, so I'm doing it live with you. So if something's not right, we'll just fix it and go on and figure it out. And And I'm going to cut these wires off after I get them as tight as I can. Just clip it off. Same thing with this one. So make sure you have it twisted as much as you can. And just push it down so it don't get on your fingers. And put the other one up there. You probably need about maybe 3 inches of floral wire to hold them together. This is relatively easy, and you can, like I said, use it to hang, or you can use it to set up somewhere, like on a mantle, your fireplace, if you decorated your fireplace for fall. Maybe orange would have been better if I'd have went and got the orange paint, but that's okay. We just improvise and go on. Now we got the top. You can see it's still floppy, okay? So just turn it upside down. Figure out where you want it. I'm going to wire these all 3 together, maybe right down here. You keep them steady. Okay. Set it down. Just pull it as tight as you can. Wrap it several times. Let me see. There, that's better. Trial and error on these videos, trial and error. Cut that off, push it down. That's the back side. So you can see we kind of got it set, but to me it just needs a little bit more in the middle. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit more of my floral wire and try to set it kind of like right in the middle. And I don't think you'll be able to see this very much, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, but get it as precise as you can so it doesn't show as much in the front. This may be the hardest part, wiring it together. Go back and move it just a little bit, just to make sure you're happy with where it's going to be on the front when you wire it. If you have to start over, that's okay. Just pull it tight. There it goes. Just have to work with it. Lay it down. Get your needle nose pliers and just twist it. So the pliers twist it, a lot better than your fingers. So your fingers you can twist it with your fingers, but I suggest using wire cutters and needle nose pliers. And get that edge off of there. Smash it down. You can see there, it's made a pumpkin, and now all we have to do is decorate. So, however you want to decorate, I'm probably going to have to use more of the floral wire. I just chose some picks. I've got a lot of these picks, and yeah, I'm kind of like when I go to the store, there's not very much left in the aisle for decorating for there's a lot for Halloween. There's just not a lot for fall, like especially at the Dollar Tree and really at Dollar General too. I just went and I noticed that they have just one little section left of fall. So I'm buying up Christmas stuff just because I don't want to do without Christmas stuff. I want to be well stocked up, and I have been. So I do have the snowman we're going to make out of the splatter screen. I've already colored it, painted it. I painted it white for my snowman. could hot glue this, I guess. It's just that we're using the floral wire, so I decided it would be better just to wire it on. I may do the hot glue also. Like I said, all this is just live, so we're just doing it as we go. Just to kind of give you an idea of how the pumpkin's going to be. This would be my #1 tool I would use, is the needle nose pliers. If I was doing crafts and I had to go pick a tool, this would be my tool, with my needle nose pliers. You can also use pipe cleaners. I did get a pipe cleaner out to show you. I'm not doing it where you can't see it. I should be looking while I'm doing it, I guess. Everybody loves sunflowers. I've already used one of these, so it's up to you what you put on there. You could just put a great big bow on there. I forgot to get my bow before I sat down, so I'll have to go back and get it. I'm going to pull these leaves off and push these to the back. I used more floral wire than what I thought I would, but that's okay. This wire just goes forever. Okay. What's everybody doing today? I don't see very many people on, but you can watch this in replay. I know the Longhorns are on, and I'm fixing a big old pot of stew. I stopped to come in here and do this, but I really, it's just a really nice day to get up and watch some football, cook a big old pot of stew, put some chocolate chip cookies on. Just whatever you are doing. Probably most people are out and about. What are y'all all doing today? I haven't heard from you, so tell me what you're doing today. Y'all shopping? It's fall. Everybody needs new boots and new fall clothes, and I know myself, I went out and got me a pumpkin shirt because I like to wear that like once a year. I like to go get me a pumpkin shirt or some type of fall shirt. That way, you know, I can just kind of add to my collection. So I went to a little boutique the other day and bought me a little cute pumpkin shirt. And I had earrings to match it already, so that was okay. Okay, I'm going to hot glue this a little bit. And like I said, we're going to put a bow on this. I didn't pick up my ribbon, so I'll have to go get some ribbon here in a minute. I tear these apart. I mean, you can use them whole, but for the most part, I tear them apart and cut them the length that you want them to be. These are the little berries. Makes it kind of cute. Have y'all been out to see any fall foliage? To me, I mean, it's a little bit early for me, but we lived in Arkansas for 8 years, and so I guess for all the 8 years that we lived there, we were close to the mountains, so you know, we saw the fall foliage a whole lot. And so now that we've moved back, I miss it. It's like, oh, I want to go see the fall foliage. But maybe at Christmas time. I want to go at Christmas time too. Y'all, there's so many pretty places in Arkansas to go visit during Christmas and in fall. If you've never been to Eureka Springs, that's my favorite place to go in Arkansas. And then if you've never been to Branson, Branson's about an hour from there. So that's where I would go. And we might. Just using a lot of wire in this. I'm using a lot more wire than I thought I would. But like I said, most of it will be covered up by the bow. So just twist this around the back with the other wire. Can you see it? Okay. All right, I'm going to stop with that, and I'm going to add some, first of all, I'm going to go and get some ribbon. So I just grabbed the first ribbon just because for time purposes, so you can decorate this any way you want, but I'm going to use just a regular plaid fall ribbon. I don't need to have any streamers on this with this one right here. I'm going to set it down. Be sure you use wired ribbon. Wired ribbon works so much better than just your regular like satin ribbon or whatever you use. I'm just going to put this on here for decoration. I think I'm going to maybe use one of these to use for letting it string down. There's so many different ways to make bows. I'm just going to cut it like that, twist it, make sure it's kind of in the middle, and put it right here. And since this ribbon is so wide, I suggest that you just cut it in the middle just a little bit. Just make sure you stay in the middle when you cut it. Okay. And I'm going to use this pipe cleaner instead of using floral ribbon this time. And just twist it as hard as you can. Twist the bow. Can you remember to twist the bow? Don't twist the pipe cleaner. You'll get a lot better result if you twist the bow. And then when you do that, you just pull it out. I put 2 loops on each side on this one. You can put more. You can make your bow as big as you want. Just for this one right here, you just take it and twist it. Take it and twist it. Take it apart and twist it. Shouldn't come apart because we did the little cut and we only did 2. And we did 2 of this one. And you have the pipe cleaner and you're just going to run it right around the handle. That's why I like the handle on the top instead of the bottom. You can put the handle on the bottom, but you don't have as much to work with when you do that. So I like to leave the handle on the top. And you can see, you can work with it any way you want. Put it below the flowers, put it in the flowers, put it through the flowers. Oops, I pulled that right out. Probably should have put the bow on and then the embellishments, but that's okay. We'll just make do with what we've got. And you can do it any way you want to do it. One last thing that I like to do is put the raffia on. It just kind of adds a little touch to it of fall. And then when I grab this like this, scrap it up, make it look like a little bow. And then I have this ribbon. I'm just going to cut it because I have no idea where the end of it is. And I'm going to wrap it with this. Just wrap it. I need a bigger work area, but that's okay. I got too much junk going on here, but you'll get the general idea. Oh, and I'm going to grab another pipe cleaner real fast. Instead of using the floral wire, and just put it right through the middle. You can probably just use the one that you have with your bow. So I'm not for sure where I'm going to place this at. So am I going to place it on the very top or place it underneath? I think I'm going to place it underneath. This is one of those things you just play with. So definitely I would have put the bow on first before I put the flowers. The flowers should have been on after the bow. But like I said, we have no right or wrong when you're doing this. You do it your way. It'll be pretty, I'm sure. You can make a prettier bow. I can make a prettier bow. I just didn't want to grab the bow, the ribbon right now. Cut the raffia off to make it all match. And then you have this little pumpkin, and it's just as cute as it can be. Just keep trimming. Something comes off. Everybody see it? How it turned out? And this was just from 3 splatter screens from the Dollar Tree. I could take this to my booth. I'll probably put maybe $10 on it at my booth. I like to sell what I make, because if I don't try to sell it, then my whole craft room just gets taken over by all the crafts that I made. I think it turned out pretty. Thank you for watching, and if you would just please share my videos and invite people into my group. I'm trying to grow. I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Crazy K. I don't know why I named it that, but I did name it that before I started my crafts. But I'm going to stick with it. I think it's appropriate because most of you know that I've had the brain tumor and brain surgery, and it affects my speech and stuff. And so sometimes it just sounds crazy, so I just named it Crazy K. And my group is called Snap Expressions, so if you want to share the love, just share the video. I appreciate it. Y'all have a happy Saturday, and go watch the Texas Longhorns play, or wherever you're watching from. Sorry if you're not a Longhorn fan, but that's what's on in our house right now. All right, y'all have a happy Saturday. See you next time when we make our snowman out of splatter screens. Here they are. I've got them painted already, so we're going to make a snowman. So y'all stay tuned. Next live will be that. I probably won't get to do it this week because I'm working, but I'm only working one more week. And then after that, I'm going to be home, and I can do crafts more than once a week. So y'all stay tuned, and thanks for watching.